Hello, Facebook. Let me make this adjustment. Hope you all can hear me. I said earlier that when I'm at the gym, I get my, it's the endorphins and all that is released, and I get mostly the good ideas, or what I think is good ideas for topics about credit repair. So I hope you all can hear me. There's a lot of people working out, a lot of noise going on. But so if you're coming in, make sure you hit like, you hit share for me, right? Make sure you take time just to hit that thumbs up like button. But I was thinking today, or a moment ago, how many people in church, especially in our black and brown communities, have heard the sermon preached or the message relayed that, hey, stop running from the debt collectors. When they call you, answer the phone. Tell them I get the money. You'll get the money when I get the money. And let them know you're going to pay them. The Bible says our people perish, right, for lack of knowledge. And I'm sure if you've been in the black and brown community, you've heard that message or that sermon preached before. Let me tell you what you should do. Because you even have attorneys that are supposed to protect the people and fight for people's rights. Attorneys will even buy debt from the original furniture of the debt or services. But let me tell you what you should do. First of all, when a debt collector is calling your phone, and what they'll do is say, hello, am I speaking with such and such? You don't confirm your identity. Say, yes, speaking. Thank you for the digital love, John. Thank you so much. You don't confirm your identity with them. Say, yes, this is Miss or Mr. or whatever speaking. You ask, may I ask who's calling? Right? And then you have them to confirm their identity first. Well, Mr. X or Mrs. X, we're attempting to collect the debt from you from such and such. Are you familiar with that? No, I'm not. I'm not familiar with your agency or who you are. I'm not familiar that I owe you or your company or even your law firm, right? Send me something in writing in the mail. Once you get that in writing, then what you do is you send out a letter in order for them to validate the debt. Now, according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, this is your right from any collection agency or credit bureaus. Under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, you have the right to request a validation of debt. Now, what happens is, once this original debt is sold to a collection agency, you are no longer, and I'm not advocating for anyone not to pay their bills, but you are no longer a contract with the person or company that you receive services from. And often this debt validation letter save people hundreds of thousands of dollars because these debt collector has purchased your debt pennies on the dollar, and they are attempting to collect from you, but you did not enter any services agreement with them. So by law, you are not legally bounded to pay third-party collectors. But if you just take the letter and put them in the mail, take the letters you get in the mail and trash them or shred them, if you start blocking the collector's call, probably 3 months down the road, you will get a small claims court letter for that debt. Especially if it's a medical bill debt. They violate the HIPAA laws. They don't supposed to share your medical information with anyone. And then you also use that HIPAA dispute letter as well as validation letter. Also, when you go into the clinics and getting medical services, read the contract on the back that says that they can share your information with a third party, and cross that out. Do not agree to those terms and then sign your name. You need to read the fine print. Usually it'll be on the back of your application. The front, it'll ask you who's responsible, your name, your address, things of that nature. And when it's back for you to sign, it'll ask, do they have permission to share your information with third party? You need to cross that out and not agree to it, right? When you go to any hospital or clinic. And so once you ask them to validate the debt, they have to produce the original contract in blue ink with your signature or electronic signature. And the original contract is not sold, because then they will also have to share the information of how much they purchased your debt for. Thank you so much, Miss Benson. And they don't want to disclose that information as well. And I tell people all the time, the person that you owe is the person that performed the services and that you became in agreement with. But if you don't know these things, then you will be paying someone that are debt collectors, but they were not servicers, for you to owe them any type of bill. Hey Sheila, thanks for the hearts. And so I'm just trying to educate our black and brown community, and I really want to see people within the church prosperous and having good credit and cash flow as well. And so these are just some things we've probably heard or been taught that I want to debunk those myths. So as for your debt validation letter, they don't have your original contract. They didn't do services for you. And pretty simply, they will go away. But what you don't need to do is shred it, trash it, or block their phone calls and ignore. So, hey, thank you so much, Sheila. I'm signing off. I need to start sweating or something, right? So make sure you hit like and hit share for me. And you all have a great evening.